Hello and welcome to the Bob Box. So after two series of Caterpillar, its Team Caterpillar, returned for Series 5 of Robot Wars with a new robot, an axebot with a double wedge named Cat 3, painted orange with black tiger stripes. It was given its discretionary place in Series 5 after losing its qualifying fight, which was against a nasty horizontal bar spinner named Fluffy. Rough qualifying draw that. So after the Fluffy induced repair job, Cat 3 made its debut in Heat J of the aforementioned 5th Wars during 19th seeded Flipper stroke axebot Mini Morg. Cat 3 managed to dodge Mini Morg early on, but also missed with its first attempted axe blow. It did manage to remove one of the pictures on Mini Morg before the two got into an axe fight. That ended with Cat 3 pushing the 19th seeds around the arena, specifically to the Flame Pit. Mini Morg got free and landed some axe blows of its own, and it was then when Cat 3 found its mark with the axe and landed 2 blows before the 19th seed escaped, then stopped long enough to end up getting pushed dangerously close to Sickle-Lot. By Cat 3, of course. Mini Morg escaped the house robot only to stop again, so Cat 3 opened the pit and pushed Mini Morg in. So, Cat 3 was through. Next up was vertical spinner Mage Tom. Cat 3 elected to avoid Mage Tom's spinner, but still tried to axe them, and missed until attempted axe blow number 3. Cat 3 then stopped momentarily, but moved in time to avoid Mage Tom's spinner, until Mage Tom chased and pushed Cat 3 into the pit release. Mage Tom then reversed, and nicely ended up on the descending pit. Oops. So, as a result, Cat 3 got through to the heat final, where it faced Series 2 champions, 6th seeded lifter Panic Attack. Naturally, there was a lot of nerves, but they were reminded that cats have 9 lives. Cat 3 tried to avoid Panic Attack's front end, but this plan did not work, and Panic Attack lifted Cat 3 in the air. Cat 3 axed Panic Attack in a desperate bid to get free, but that just was not happening. So Cat 3 was taken on a tour of the arena, to a wall, to Sergeant Bash, to the pit release tower, and the pit of oblivion. So, that was Cat 3 out of Series 5, but it was in Robot Wars Extreme Warriors in the International Championship, where it drew a Crusher, Razor, Talk about a short straw. Razor decided that Cat 3's wheels, which were in little pods outside the main body of Cat 3, would be its target. And as soon as the battle began, Razor went after those wheels. So Cat 3 gained hole near its right wheel, one near the front end, and after gaining more holes, one near the rear end of the robot and 2 on one of the wheels, it was clear that Cat 3 was not working. Well, apart from the axe, that was still working, and Cat 3 desperately tried to fire it. But Razor pushed Cat 3, Sergeant Bash opened the pit, and Cat 3 was counted out. So Razor did the kind thing and pitted Cat 3. Next up for them, they were in the tag team terror of the international variety in Nickelodeon Robot Wars. They partnered with their bigger brother and first faced Rick of Flipper and another crusher in Ming 3. Cat 3 was out first, taking on Rick and scoring an early axebot, but Rick just slipped away, so Rick flipped Cat 3. Cat 3 had a hard time self-righting, so Bigger Brother showed up to rescue Cat 3, and Ming 3 showed up to drag Cat 3 away. The rules, of course, had already gone into deep freeze. Bigger Brother flipped Ming 3, but Ming 3 self-righted and put a hole in Bigger Brother. Once free, Bigger Brother rescued Cat 3, only for Cat 3's axe to get stuck in Bigger Brother. Cat 3's axe was released, but Cat 3 was pretty much dead. So Bigger Brother annoyed Ming 3. At the last second, the pit was opened and Rick flipped Bigger Brother. So time ran out, the judges were called in, and they ruled in favour of Rick and Ming 3. But there was the third place battle, or at least there would be talk of this third place battle had Cat 3 actually been present for it. Cat 3 was too damaged to fight, and one of the US representatives, Runaway, was also too damaged to fight. So as a result, it ended up being a one-on-one battle between Bigger Brother and Runaway's tag team partner, Zanzara. Bigger Brother won that fight, so effectively by default Cat 3 got third place in the tag team tower, though sadly was not able to fight due to its injuries. Cat 3 returned for Series 6, landing in Heat K, of course K for Cat 3, now as a single wet edge with a more enclosed wheel, so less of a target for a crusher like Razor. No crushers in this fight though. It drew Flipper Bulldog Breed, Full Body Spinner Spin Doctor, and Flipper Stroke Ring Spinner Revenge of Trouble and Strife. Cat 3 had already induced fear in Revenge of Trouble and Strife's team. So Cat 3 went after Revenge of Trouble and Strife, but missed with its first axe attack. So Revenge of Trouble and Strife tried to flip Cat 3, only to keep missing. Cat 3's axe was also stuck in the arena floor, so its movements caused the axe to leave a lovely wobbly groove in the floor. Cat 3, you vandal. It kept chasing Revenge of Trouble and Strife though, right into Bulldog Breed, who flipped Revenge of Trouble and Strife over. Cat 3 hovered nearby to make sure there was no self-righting, but with a stuck axe there really wasn't much Cat 3 could do, so it stayed out of trouble instead. Meanwhile, Bulldog Breed flipped Spin Doctor, and soon afterwards Cat 3. Spin Doctor was counted out and Revenge of Trouble and Strife recovered enough to get pitted. It pitted itself, and it had already been counted out. Cat 3 followed suit, but with Revenge of Trouble and Strife and Spin Doctor counted out, it was through. Spin Doctor, meanwhile, did not end up in oblivion. It did not join the pit party. It flew out for Flipper instead. Next up for Cat 3 was Full Body Drum Spinner Barbarous 2. Cat 3 went in for an attack right away, only to not only miss, but be on the wrong end of a Barbarous 2 barrage that removed armour and turned Cat 3 over. Cat 3 failed self-right, and as a result it got counted out. So Sakil dragged Cat 3 to the floor flipper by its axe, and Cat 3's desperate attempt at self-righting caused it to lose its axe head. Cat 3 flew air floor flipper and they were out. However, they did not go out of Series 6 empty-handed. Nay, they won the Sportsmanship Award. So next up for them was Extreme 2 and the Iron Maidens tournament. They borrowed one of Firestorm's team members. As a result, as they already had 2 women on the team, it ended up for Iron Maidens only, no female team. And the regular weapons operator was doing the driving and she was very nervous. I don't blame her. In round 1, they drew Bulldozer Behemoth and Horizontal Bar Spinner Reptilion. Behemoth set off the arena spinner early on and flipped Cat 3 over, choosing to leave Cat 3 alone after that as Cat 3 struggled to self-right. Reptilion tried to attack before Cat 3 finally managed to get back on its wheels, and then Behemoth went for Reptilion. Reptilion died shortly afterwards, so Cat 3 axed Reptilion. It dragged Reptilion away. Reptilion was counted out. Cat 3 opened the pit, and then pitted Reptilion with a little bit of help from Mr. Psycho. Next up was pyramid-shaped cutting disc wielder Pussycat. Yep, a cat fight. Pussycat was proving too slippery for Cat 3, as every single axe attack missed until Pussycat was right in front of Cat 3. However, a panel of Cat 3's armour was already loose as a result of the attacks, but Cat 3 opened the pit as planned pre-battle. Still, Cat 3 ended up on the wrong end of a Pussycat attack until Pussycat drove into Sir Killalot's corner. Still, Pussycat escaped, only for Cat 3 to keep trying to attack Pussycat. They just couldn't catch Pussycat, it was too slippery. Then Pussycat took out the loose arm panel. The other side panel ended up a mess afterwards. And the front end of Cat 3 also ended up not looking too pretty. Still, Cat 3 axed Pussycat's weapon, not that this did anything. Time ran out and the judges were called in. They ruled in favour of Pussycat. Cat 3 returned for Series 7, but before its heat aired, it was in the Axe attack against Axe Stroke Flipper Iron Ore 2.1 and Axe Stroke Lifter Hydra. Naturally, all 3 axes fired early on, but none of them hit anything. Cat 3 tried to stay out of trouble, and thus ended up out of focus. In fact, Cat 3 actually died early on. Hydra shoved Cat 3 into a wall, so the ref bot counted Cat 3 out. They did get to see Hydra flip shunt though. Iron Ore 2.1 won, but before it did, Cat 3 flew a full flipper. So Cat 3 landed in Heat K in Series 7, and drew Belgian Flipper Hard, Rammer Velociraptor, and Full Body Spinner T-Rex. Cat 3 took a while to get into the fight, but when it did, it went for Velociraptor. But after missing an axe, after a couple of hits, Cat 3's axe was stuck in the arena dance floor. After a struggle, Cat 3 got its axe free and axed T-Rex and the floor. Velociraptor pushed Cat 3 before opening the pit. Cat 3 still keeping trying to axe people, but by this point, the pointy end of its axe was gone. Just gone, non-existent, vanished. Meanwhile, Hard pitted T-Rex and Velociraptor. So, Cat 3 was through, and next for it was Crusher Stroke Lifter Mantis. Cat 3 missed it with its first 2 axe blows, but the third found its mark, and because of Mantis' armour situation, it didn't have much armour. It was more like armour. What armour? Cat 3 could drag Mantis until it let go. So Mantis opened the pit and got axed again. After another axe blow, Mantis finally got underneath Cat 3 and tried to send the axebot to the pit, but failed. It did, however, tip Cat 3 over. Cat 3 self-righted at once and landed another axebot on Mantis before missing again. The two ended up dancing very close to each other, not sure what kind of dance, but one where everyone ends up dizzy afterwards. Mantis tried to grab Cat 3 and successfully tipped the axebot over again. Cat 3 self-righted and nearly got tipped over again as time ran out and the judges were called in. They ruled in favour of Cat 3. Next up was Bulldog breed 12th seeds. Cat 3 kept throwing its axe early on, but not one of the blows landed on Bulldog breed until they landed a blow square on Bulldog breed's flipper. That just annoyed Bulldog breed. The 12th seeds flipped Cat 3. Cat 3 self-righted and after avoiding secure lots, opened the pit and axed Bulldog breed again. Both the robots missed attacks afterwards until the 12th seeds got 2 flips in, landing Cat 3 on secure lot, which got Cat 3 back on its wheels. But Bulldog breed flipped Cat 3 again, nearly out of the arena that time. Cat 3 stayed in the arena, however, and axed Bulldog breed so hard they were pretty titanium sparks. I like titanium sparks. I should probably have that on a t-shirt. Bulldog breed got one last flip in before time ran out and the judges were called in. They ruled in favour of Bulldog breed. There was still the All-Stars though for Cat 3. And in round 1, Cat 3 drew Panic Attack, Bigger Brother and another flipper of the front hinged variety in Firestorm 5. Panic Attack was Cat 3's target because of what happened in Series 5. Bigger Brother's target was the house robots. Cat 3 had been targeted by Panic Attack. All 4 robots went for Shunt first. Firestorm 5 flipping Shunt over. Cassie's Chrome rocked up and pushed Cat 3 out of the way. Charming. Only for Firestorm 5 to go after them too, at Cassie's Chrome that is. The pit was opened and Bigger Brother only just got away. The ref bot wasn't so lucky, but it too got out. Cat 3 avenged its shoving by axing Cassie's Chrome whilst Bigger Brother was trying to flip the house robot. Cassie's Chrome lost an eye, it only had one, as everyone ganged up on it. Cat 3 left to annoy the ref bot as drop zone activated to try and bring some order to proceedings. That was not happening. And after an attempt, everyone attempted to try and pit Cassie's Chrome. Firestorm 5 pitted itself. Cat 3 axed Bigger Brother and Bigger Brother pitted itself. Cat 3 nearly went down in the process, but it was through. Carnage. Beautiful. Next up was Cat Fight, Part 2, as Pussycat was next for Cat 3. Cat 3 once again could not catch Pussycat, as the latter went on the attack very early on, slowly making a mess of Cat 3's front end. Pussycat's attacks were leaving marks, but Cat 3 carried on, still firing the axe, but missing. In fact, both robots were having trouble getting their attacks to line up because side by side, it was hard to find a way of getting the weapons in. Cat 3 opened the pit and the two danced around each other because they were having such a hard time finding angles of attack. Time ultimately ran out on the battle and judges were called in. Cat 3's axe ending up bent. The axe head, that is, not the whole axe. The judges ruled in favour of Pussycat, and that was Cat 3's last fight on TV. Cat 3 was never brilliant, but it had improved a lot in Series 7, and possibly in another heat could have gone on to make the semi-finals. Who knows? If more of its axe blows hit, it would have definitely done better. Its team brought a lot of energy. I can see from the energy they brought in and how gracious they were in defeat why they won the Sportsmanship Award. And because of the energy they bring, they are fun to watch. And yeah, they never made it out of the heats, but they still bring a lot of energy and fun, and that's a part of Robot Wars. The only thing is, there was another axebot, Dominator 2, that did what Cat 3 did better. And Cat 3 spent most of its time in the shadow of Dominator 2. Only in Series 7 did it fully shine, because Dominator 2 was not there. So, who's next? See, it could well be Dominator 2. I haven't talked about Dominator 2 yet. Or it could be something that's completely different. Could be one of the robots Cat 3 fought here. It's neither. It's Bookie the Robot. Until next week, Callison244, out.